Okay, so my name is Tomiya, and I'm a rising senior at Lowell High School. And my star project is the light organ, which responds to sound and it changes the patterns of the LEDs. And my main project is a voice control robot, and I chose it because I want to work with voice recognition and also want to make a robot. So this is a demonstration. Pattern 1. Pattern 1. Light on. Light off. So as you saw, I made it move in a pattern because these servos, which controls the wheels, are non-continuous, which means that they only rotate 180 degrees because well, that's how they work. But then my previous servos were continuous, which can rotate endlessly. But then I burned out because I powered it with 8 volts when it should have been powered with 4 to 6 volts. And that doesn't work anymore, so this was a last minute change. So I had to make a new app, and I had to rewrite all the code today to demonstrate it. So basically my robot has an Arduino, which basically has all my written code on it, and it has different functions. So each function responds to a specific command. So on my original robot, I had forward, right, left, back, counterclockwise, clockwise, stop, light on, light off. Also have a modification that has a temperature and humidity sensor. So I can ask my robot to give me or tell me the temperature, the humidity at the current time, and it will just play on my app. I didn't demonstrate that, but I can if you want. And then Arduino also controls the LEDs. So if my robot moves in a certain direction, it turns on a specific LED. So if it turns forward, it turns on the green one. If it goes right, then it turns on the right side. If it goes left, the left side, and back for the red one. And also the middle LEDs to tell me if it's waiting for a command, because I obviously don't have a computer next to me to tell me if it's waiting for a command or not, so I install those LEDs to tell me that. And my modifications were the Bluetooth module, so my app is connected to the robot by Bluetooth, and my humidity temperature sensor, and my light sensor. So if the robot's in the dark, then the LEDs would turn on. Well, obviously there's light in here, but if I alter the code, then I can make the LEDs turn on if there's light. And my obstacles. I had a lot of troubles with the servos at first because I thought we ordered the continuous servos, and when I programmed it, it didn't move the way I wanted to. So it took me a while to figure out that it was not continuous. And then we ordered new servos, but then one of them didn't work correctly. It only spun in one direction, even though it's supposed to spin in multiple directions. And then my previous servos, they just burn out, so I have to use the original one. And then Bluetooth had a lot of problems because it couldn't connect to the app. So I had to alter the app in a way so it could connect easily. And I found the issue is that I had different versions of the app, so in the first 2 versions it worked fine, but then the next one, or the 3rd to 5th one, didn't work because I had a timer that changed or I should say, I had a function that tells me if I send a command to the robot or not, but after I thought about it, it was unnecessary because it's obviously sending if it's already connected. So and that was the main issue for the connection problem. And then I came into this program with a low Well, me and Liam were talking about it because the previous voice recognition module was really bad because it was very specific about my tone of the command because it was pre-recorded and it would compare my voice to the recording. So I want to make, at first I want to have a Bluetooth headset, like how you communicate with your phone, like in the car for example. I want to have that idea implemented, but then Liam said that was difficult, so I should make an app using Bluetooth instead. Yeah.
How did you write that app, and how does it actually work? Like, how does your voice, how does that app take your voice and tell the robot to actually do something?
So I used a website called App Inventor, and it's not really coding because it's like blocks kind of. If you know Snap, then you should know what I mean by blocks. So it's like they would have these blocks, like it was set. I could design the appers, which is like labels, buttons, connections, and then I would then set in a function. So if this button's clicked, then I would set this label to do this. I could do that in the app. And then there's this function inside the App Inventor that changes, or like it recognizes my voice, since Androids already have like a voice recognition in it. So I just have to use that to convert my voice to a text, and I put that in a text box so I can see what I say. And then that would send over Bluetooth to my Arduino, and then it would compare it to the data that was sent, and if it matches, then it'll perform the command. Any other questions?
Does it only recognize your voice or anybody's?
No, anyone's.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you use servos instead of motors?
When I first saw the project, it was using servos, so I didn't really know about motors about that time. Any other questions?